What's up? It is your guy, Mark my words. Today, I want to talk to you about happiness, bro, and how eating a well-balanced diet can help you attain and sustain happiness, right? It can help you get happy and stay happy, and how that affects you. All right, so we're gonna get into that now. If you like the information, if you like what I'm spitting, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. That lets me know I'm putting out good content. All right. Also, if you feel like the information that I relayed to you today is valuable, please share it with somebody who would also think the information is valuable. Okay. That's all I ask you to do. Now, when we talk about happiness, bro, a lot of times, as men, we don't talk about happiness, fulfillment, right? Things that bring us joy, because we're all about production, okay? Society leads us to believe that as long as we produce, as long as we're ready to fight, as long as we're ready to die, then we are productive members of society. But bro, you were not put on this earth to be unhappy. God did not design man to be an unhappy species for 100 years. He designed us to be able to live for 100 years. Think about that, bro. There's not many animals that live for 100 years. So why would he design you as a human being to live for 100 years, but to be unhappy, unfulfilled, right? To not seek joy. So we can talk about a lot of things that has to do with your happiness, bro. But one of the main things that I found in life that brings you happiness is a well-balanced diet, fam. And we're not talking about, you going on a paleo diet, a keto diet, or, any other type of diet to actually lose weight. We're not talking about we're talking about if you don't need to lose weight. Because a lot of guys, you don't need to lose weight, right? You might need to get in better shape, but a lot of guys are in shape. So what about the guys that are in shape? Okay? Your diet affects your mood, okay? So there are certain foods that you eat that give you energy, that sustain you, they give you fulfillment, and then give you energy. 30 minutes later, you can go take on the world. Then there's other foods that if you eat them, you want to go to sleep. 20 minutes pass, you sit down, you want to go to sleep. We've all been there, right? Eating a well-balanced diet, fam, gives you energy. I heard on a podcast one day, a man said, if you eat foods that are alive, they will give you energy. They will give you life. And I had never heard it like that, but it makes perfect sense, bro. When you're eating something that is alive, that has life in it, right? Like an apple. Let's just say an apple. You bite into an apple, if you leave it on the table long enough, it'll start to brown, right? That's because it's dying. Bro, it's alive when you eat it. It has life. You understand? It has life. Why wouldn't it then transfer that living energy to you? We always talk about this, but let me remind you, energy is not, you cannot create it. It is only transferable, bro. So the foods that you eat transfer energy to you, or they take energy from you, okay? So when you eat things like living fruits and vegetables, raw stuff, right? Now, a lot of times we'll talk about raw vegetables. There are many people who don't eat raw vegetables. I don't eat raw vegetables for real, right? But fruits are a way for you to eat whole living foods, bro, and they give you life. You think about it. You eat an apple, bro, it was just on a tree not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? A living tree. So that's going to put life into you, bro. And any food that you eat that puts life into you is going to give you positive energy. You understand that? And energy is very important, bro, so it affects your mood. You're never going to eat a piece of fruit or a couple pieces of fruit and then be in a worse mood than what you were when you started. That's not how it goes, bro. That's never how it goes. You're always in a better mood. You don't notice it all the time, right? You don't notice it all the time. But if you think about it, because we've all been there, we've eaten salads, or we go somewhere, they have, fruit laid out, so we'll eat a bunch of fruit. You always feel better, but a lot of times you're already in a good mood, so you don't notice that it affects your mood so much. But bro, every time you eat fruit, every time you eat vegetables, every time you eat a salad, you feel better. Now, normally when you eat a salad, or you eat a plate of fruit, or you eat some oranges, or you eat a couple bananas, bro, because it gives you living energy, bro, now in 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, you want to go do stuff. You want to go do stuff, bro. You want to go outside and do stuff. you want to do something athletic, you want to take care of some things around the house, bro, it gives you energy. And it to me, when you eat fruits and vegetables in a raw form, bro, it calms you down and puts you in a good headspace, right? Put you in a good headspace. Now, some of that might be because you know you're eating healthier, right? And when we know we're doing something right, it makes us feel good because we have the knowledge that it's right. Like, I know that me choosing to eat 2 apples is better than me going to get a cheeseburger. Like, I know that. So it puts me in a better mental state, right? Because I know I'm doing the right thing. But, bro, it gives you energy and doesn't bog you down. Think I'm lying. The next time you have a salad, bro, notice how you feel when you're ready to stop eating. Bro, you're not falling asleep a half an hour later. You're not. Because those foods are satiating, bro. And they're packed with nutrients. So the nutrients that your body is craving, your body's going to get from these foods. And now your body's ready to go. Okay? So your mental is affected, your mood's affected, and your mentality is affected because you know that you're eating better. Like, you know for sure, hey man, these are the foods I'm supposed to be eating. I feel a lot better when I eat these foods. If I eat these foods and continue to eat these foods, I will, eventually I'll get in better shape. I'll have better blood flow, all these things, okay? So, bro, when you eat these foods, right, that give you energy, that give you life, that make you feel better, that has your brain working properly. Now, there's science, obviously, there's science connected to the brain's functions and how much it is affected by the food you eat, right? Because your gut microbiome affects your brain. Your brain talks to your gut microbiome. Trust me on that. So there's science to back that, bro, that basically states your brain and your brain's functions are drastically affected by the food you eat. We're not taught that, bro. We're taught that all these other factors affect your brain and how sharp you are and how alert you are. But, bro, the foods that we eat, it would only make sense, right? So your brain is like the computer in your car. Bro, if you put terrible things into your engine, terrible things in your transmission, if you put bad gas into your gas tank, your computer eventually is going to be affected by your car not operating correctly. You know what I mean? It seems like they're not as related, but they are, right? So how does this all affect your happiness, bro? How does this all affect your happiness on a day-to-day basis, right? So number one, bro, when you're eating better, you feel better, okay? Because remember, it affects your mood. So your mood is better when you're eating better. You have more energy. Whenever you have more energy, you're happier. When you're tired, bro, you're not happier. Nobody ever said, oh, I was tired all day and that was the happiest day I had all week. That's not how it goes. You're happier when you're alert. You're happier when you have energy. The mentality that I know I'm getting better. I know I'm getting better by eating these fruits, by eating raw vegetables, by eating salads. Even if you're cooking your veggies, bro, let's be clear. That's better than what you might have been doing 3 months ago. You have the knowledge because you know that eating a salad is better as far as your macros are concerned than you eating a cheeseburger. Bro, you know subconsciously that your body's going to be in better shape. So you feel better about that because you're making progress. Anytime you make positive progress, bro, you feel better. Again, making you happier. Now, to take it a step further, bro, if you adopt a healthy eating lifestyle, you're going to start to see a loss in weight. You're going to start to see body fat loss. Your clothes are going to fit different. You might jump down a size in clothes. That also makes you happy. Now you can shop at a different store, perhaps. Now you can wear those swim trunks and not feel embarrassed, right? Again, making you happy. Because I've been there, bro, when I was carrying too much body fat, and I'm dreading going to the pool with my kids. I don't want to go to the amusement park. I gotta get on the water slide. I don't have a shirt on. I don't look good, man. When you eat healthy, bro, aside from all of the other positive factors, it starts to shape your body differently, right? You got more energy now, so now you're more likely to go work out. That also makes you happy. Because, bro, anytime you work out, you know how it goes. It sucks while you're doing it. But the minute that you're done, you feel amazing. Your body releases endorphins, bro. You feel amazing. And you got to understand about what we're not taught, right? What society does not teach us is that the thing that we do several times a day is going to affect us the most, right? Society tries to teach us, oh, if you go to the gym 1 hour per day, 5 days a week, you'll have the best mood in the world. You'll be happy. Everything will be straight. But wouldn't it make sense that the thing that you do several times a day, every single day, without fail, would affect your happiness a little bit more? Bro, you eat 5 times a day a lot of times, even if it's just 3. You're going to eat every single day. There's not a 24-hour period that goes past for most of you that you don't eat. So that being said, man, we got to really pay attention to what we're eating and what we're putting in our body. And bro, listen, we're on listen, we want to become the best version of ourselves. We want to be as masculine as possible. We want to be as sharp as possible. We want to be as happy as possible, bro. You're a better person to your children if you're happy. You're a better partner when you're happy. You're a better employee or business owner when you're happy. You're a better neighbor when you're happy. I'll come to you often and talk to you about happiness and unhappiness, bro, because it's just, we're taught as men to put it on the back burner. And that's why we deal with a lot of depression. That's why we deal with a lot of issues that are unresolved from our childhood, perhaps. That's why a lot of us have mental breakdowns, bro. That's why we go through divorce. That's why we pick up vices. Because we're not taught about the small things that lead us to happiness. And we're not taught that it's important to hone in on those small things so that we can be happy, right? We got to do that. But one of the main ways that you can ensure that not only you gain happiness but keep it is through your healthy eating, bro. I'm telling you, if you're that guy watching this and you know your diet sucks and it's wings and it's beer and it's pizza and it's nachos and it's, hey bro, listen, the beautiful thing about changing your eating habits is that no one can stop you from doing it. And you can do it today. Today, bro, just a different choice. I'm not eating nachos, man. I'm gonna have a little salsa, little chips. I might even have a salad on the side. Change it now, bro. Change it today. Change it today, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so doable immediately. But we're gonna keep coming on here and get a little bit better with the things, the small things that can help us get to that point, man. The mode is to be happy and productive and happy. You understand? We can't make everybody else happy if we're not happy. That's not how it goes, all right? And if the people that you're trying to make happy, if they truly love you, bro, they want to see you happy as well. You know what I mean? So, you might be this guy struggling with happiness, damn near depressed, right? If you are this guy and you feel like you need some one-on-one attention, go down to the description, book a call with me, bro. We'll see if we need to establish a relationship to help you change your habits so that you can put some things in place so that you can become a happier version of yourself, all right? Now, you might need to be connected with a therapist. You might need a family counselor. You might need a sex therapist, perhaps, right? You might need a nutritionist, a trainer, whatever that might be. If you need one of those professionals, okay? I can help you hook up with those people online or in your area. But either way, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line, we'll talk about it, all right? Now, I will tell you that if you have a situation like this and you want me to do a Q&A based on your situation, okay? Or you want me to include you in one of the Q&As I do, please give me an email, coachmark22@gmail.com. That is coachmark with a C, 22@gmail.com. Obviously, I'll keep you anonymous, bro.